Right. Well done.
What you made a game of it after a poor start by them, a good start by yourselves?
Yeah, a good start by us. Like we got a couple of points up, and kind of utilised every break and every possession that we got. I don't think we had too many wides either. But we dominated, and there was going to come a time when Wexford were going to dominate and we're going to take over, and then they scored I think 8 in a row, and we didn't want them to dominate as much as that. But good team, and good opposition, good quality. So they did dominate, and it made for a real big long battle all the way up along.
And the injury time goal for your sub obviously gives you a bit of breathing space finally.
Yeah, Gary Cooney got that goal, and we needed it. Obviously, was it Leachin that got the Wexford score at the end? Yeah, so we needed that. Yeah, so it was a little bit of a breathing point. Probably finished the game.
You play well in your two Munster games. This gives you fresh oxygen to go deeper into the championship now.
Yeah, well, look, the problem is that the competition is so stiff. It's, the reward there is it's going to be Galway or Cork assuming the Waterford are winning easy. So there's no easy game. Like all the panels that are there are really good. So we'll just see how that goes. We'll see who we get like and we'll go from there.
The start of the game, I thought your half-back line in particular was utterly dominant, but you still, I thought as well, you found a lot of space inside as well. There's a lot of good early ball. That's obviously something you worked on. It must be pleasing to see it rewarded so well, particularly the first half.
Yeah, and our half-back line, we've good players. Like, generally speaking, on any of the teams that are there, like the half-back line is good. They can get up the field, they can score points from long range, and we have guys like that as well. So it's important for us to that line of the field that does play well and does dominate. Against that, like the half forward positions are they're tough positions to play, especially with the way the ball moves and scores being hit from 70, 80, 90 yards. So overall very happy with how we played all over the field.
It seemed like at one stage in the first half it was almost the game was going to run away. You were on top all over the place. Then almost half time nearly came at the wrong time from probably a Wexford point of view. I think it was 10 minutes he went without scoring. Was there any kind of worrying times during that period?
Yeah, you're going to have a situation where players will the teams are too good to really dominate for long periods of time. So it those periods that you score and that you're doing well in possession, you really have to put it on the scoreboard. And then when a team gets running, you kind of have to hang in there. And that's what we did. No, not as well as we would have liked. We didn't expect that they would get 8 in a row, but still.
Brian, can I say it was pleasing that there were so many individual scores as well? Because when we hear about Clare, we often hear Tony Kelly's Clare, and that's the first name. But it seemed like the rest of the squad really chipped in a lot of scores today as well.
Yeah, we've good players. Like we've always had good players. We've got exceptional player in Tony, all right. And we're delighted to have him and thrilled to have him. But we've got good players on the field.
And I suppose just personally, are you kind of glad to get this week out of the way? Because there's all the talk about Davy, and you must be fed up of it at this point. You must be kind of glad that not just with the win, just to not have to deal with that for the rest of the championship.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Did I ask you, Brian, there, you got a great return from the bench again this week, today,
Yeah.
So you must be very pleased with that.
Yeah, I suppose we mentioned it a couple of times during the week that we probably didn't get as much of a return from the bench last week as what we would have liked, and there was pressure on, and a couple of lads that came on, Jack came on, and Jack has been frustrated with us for the last while. And Gary has been frustrated with us, and they haven't seen a huge amount of game time, and that's their application, their work rate, and their efforts have been exceptional. Not just in last week, but over a long period of time. So I'm delighted for them. Yeah.
Brian, is there any update on Shane O'Donnell?
Shane is he's making progress. Yeah, he's making progress. So we're just hoping that he'll be okay. Regardless of hurling at all, like just that he will be okay. Okay, thanks.
Thanks very much, Brian.
Well done, Brian.